Welcome back to another episode of the Endless Growth Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back. Second, or actually third week of the year for the people listening. So
Yes. Yeah, man.
time is well, I guess for us it doesn't matter. It really just is passing by. So just gotta take advantage.
Either way, yeah, I feel like it's zooming already, though.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, even for us, yeah, because I guess realistically for us it's the third.
Mhm.
3 days in. I feel like it was a weird start to the year just because New Year's was on a Monday, first day
Yeah.
of the week, and no one really did shit, to be honest. Like, no one works, people have days off and all that. So to come back in hungover, if you partaked in that, and work on Tuesday, I don't know. It fell off. I don't know. Well, obviously, you're a business owner, so I'm not too sure how you felt. It probably was just another day, to be honest, but I guess on this side, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, no, either way, it did feel a little bit off. I mean, I actually came out a little bit on the first in the evening. I already felt like, I don't know, the first already felt like just like another day to me. But yeah, just this week in general, I've just kind of been feeling off for sure. Just 'cause I feel like everybody's kind of in a weird mood right now, too, from like the holidays, the weather here. I think everybody's thrown off because of that too. Even though
Yeah.
people should be, happy you don't have snow. Because imagine all the people out there struggling to get to work and
Yeah.
dealing with car accidents and traffic and shit like that. So,
I'm one of the ones that wanted to snow just because I don't drive and I
mhm,
like just looking at it. Plus, I feel like I've been wanting to go snowboard already.
same.
But I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. It's just been a weird winter. In general, I just felt like it's not really felt like, I don't know, Christmassy and all that. I mean, even though all that already passed, it's kind of crazy. I was just like, we never got no snow yet. So
Nope, not really at all, bro. But yeah, hopefully, we get at least a little bit, because naturally we just need some for just life and earth and shit like that. So,
yeah, I gotta water that sod, man.
oh
All that
yeah,
new sod I got put in.
it's a fact. So hopefully,
I'll be using the culinary water for that shit if we don't get any secondary water this year. But
okay. See, there you go. So hopefully you get some more water and
yeah,
you do all that, bro. But yeah, we had a little experience this weekend, bro. For us, it was New Year's Eve. Is there anything that I guess do you want to cover or stood out or that you learned or anything? I guess that we should cover about that.
yeah. I mean, just to inform the people, we went out Salt Lake. We had a cousin of yours come
Yeah,
in
he
town.
flew in from LA, Don
Yeah,
Gonzalo. So shout out for
Saturday, right? Yeah.
he flew in. Yeah, Saturday morning. I usually don't wake up too early, but this time I woke up a little early for the boy.
Did you guys actually, since the time you picked them up, you guys were just stayed out there in Salt Lake?
Yeah, we did not come back.
Oh
We were
wow.
in Salt Lake the whole weekend. I didn't want to come back at all.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I basically joined you guys on Sunday evening, I would say. But yeah, it was a good time. Went out, had some dinner, went hit up a bar club. I'm not sure what you call it. What we did first, and we weren't feeling the vibe. And
Nah, so yeah, I guess we could break that down just because I feel like there's a good lesson, to be honest with you.
hmm
So essentially, we're gonna go out for New Year's. I think I've been trying to get this shit planned for like 2, 3 months, or I didn't even plan, just brought it up. Like, hey, we should do something. It's obviously shit gets closer. We didn't really have any reservations that you could say anywhere, and
yeah,
usually you would want something like that on New Year's, assuming because it's gonna be packed and shit. But yeah, we pulled up to a particular place that I called, I think, 2, 3 days before. And yeah, I think my girlfriend or something like that told me about it. I was like, all right, whatever, check it out. Called. They were like, yeah, how many people? I was like, I think I said 10 or some shit just in case.
yeah.
And I think they were like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like 1,000 or something. In my head, I was, oh shit, okay, 1,000, 10 people, like 100 ahead, basically, and
hmm
then other shit. I was like, okay, cool, yeah, get us in there, whatever, right? Got that booked. Fast forward, it's time. It's New Year's evening. It's time to go to our place where we're gonna crash for the evening. And yeah, we pull up, and how do you even say it, bro? It wasn't really the vibe we were expecting. We were expecting more, you
Yeah, well,
know.
it's a restaurant that's, I think, more of a bar slash. I don't even. I wouldn't say call
It's
it club
dumb
at all.
because a lot of places are like that, are popping. The shit in Chicago was dead ass a restaurant and a club,
Yeah,
and that was probably, in my opinion or my experience so far, like the coolest club experience I've been
but it
to.
was two separate things, though. Remember?
I guess that's true, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you got like lake effect. Them motherfuckers got this shit on top, and then the bottom they got the. So
Mm.
it's, I don't know what the fuck, bro. Like,
Yeah, and I think we got there at the time right when there's still people still like,
it was like 10.
yeah, eating. was a restaurant, so they had to clear out our table. We had to wait for the people, for them to kick out the people.
Were they eating or were they just doing drinks? I don't think they were eating.
I think they were. Well, I don't
If
know
they were eating, gosh, holy fuck,
because
that's
they brought over boxes and shit. And I was telling you, like the guy the guy's face, the look on his face was just like oh shit, like, okay, I guess we'll leave. Uh,
huh.
yeah. Either way, if they were drinking or not, but or just eating, but
Yeah, I
yeah, they
didn't
kicked
catch
them
that.
out. But yeah, carry on with that. They were just it wasn't the vibe, huh?
Nah, not at all. We basically showed up and it felt like we were at a motherfucking how do I describe this? Like a fucking Chili's, bro. It felt like imagine trying to pay $1,000 to be at a Chili's. Like, fuck that shit. So at that point, I had to make something in my head. Like, I was just thinking in my head, kind of quietly, kind of try to assess the situation, and basically just trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Because at the end of the day, I was like, it's not only just money I'm fucking with, it's other people's as well. So in my head, I was like, yeah, this shit not it. So I
Hmm.
basically had like a little poll, I think, kind of. I was, yo, you know, the fuck's going on?
Hmm.
And everyone seemed to like they agreed. So yeah, we got the hell out of there. Went to I think it was exchange. No one had tables, obviously, last minute, but we kind of made it work. It's kind of the moral of the story. But I guess kind of my point there is just because like you book something
Hmm.
and maybe say you're gonna do something, if you haven't like signed a contract or gave a deposit, then fuck it. Well, at least it was with a business. If you tell someone you're gonna do something, that's different. But this is just straight up like a regular business. We pulled up. It was not the vibe. The service, honestly, there seemed like kind of shitty. It seemed just really disorganized was with the vibe, to be
Yeah,
honest
they
with
didn't
you.
really know what they were doing. It seemed like.
Nah. So at that point, I was like, all right, let's go. And we didn't get a table at the other place because obviously it was sold out and all that, but we made it work. So the moral of the story, I guess, for I guess what I'm trying to say, yeah, just, you know, don't feel like just because you said yes and things change, like you could maybe work things out, especially if there isn't again no contract or down payment or anything like that. And again, I'm more talking about to particular establishments, businesses, things like that. So, because even like the real estate world, they say, yo, if you want something done or if you want it to get done, like get it in writing, is like they're saying.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, it's a fucking fact, bro. That's how I guess the United States and maybe even like the world works. If you want something that has to be contractual, like a contract, a legal contract, that could be enforced by either a government or a jurisdiction, which is obviously like the government or whatever the fuck, right? So,
Hmm.
but yeah,
Yeah, just don't settle down for the first option if you're not feeling it. I
yeah,
mean,
don't
and
settle down
just
for bullshit.
yeah, and definitely see your options because yeah, and we were kind of cutting it close because honestly, we were getting to a point where it was like, if we can't get into something else, like
Yeah,
that's kind of it.
it took a lot of power to me, to be honest. Like I was having fun with y'all, obviously, but there was like a lot of shit going on, I guess, behind the scenes where I don't know. I was trying to have like the best time I possibly could, but
Yeah.
it seemed like things weren't working out our way. Like I was obviously still having fun with y'all, but there was like external, I guess you could say forces, with
Yep.
getting too personal. That were like, yo, kind of just not messing up the moment at the time. Like I was saying, I'm healthy, I'm okay, everyone's good and all that, right?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but at that moment in particular, I was like, what the fuck is going on? But
Yeah. I feel that.
yeah, but yeah, regardless, we hope everyone had again, it's probably a little late, but good New Year, good start to your weeks,
Hmm.
and yeah, let's get this ball rolling. Like all this holiday shit's kind of over now, and I'm pretty sure it's hit. It's like yo, it's 2024. I'm pretty well for the people that write the date, they're probably starting to write the correct date.
Hmm.
Like today, I fucked up 2023 still, but hey,
Yeah.
you
Yeah. It's
know,
gonna take some time to get used to for sure.
yeah, bro. It's
But
honestly so crazy, bro. Because I don't know if you remember growing up, we'd be like, "Oh, it's Happy New Year." Oh shit, it's 2008.
hmm.
Now it's like, wait, what year is it? 2024. And I think like in 10 years it's gonna be 2034. Just saying that shit sounds fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, but 2034, like it's in 10 years when you're gonna be 38. It's gonna be 2034. So
Yeah, man. I do remember that as a kid. I would like when I would think about like 2025 or like shit like that. I was like, that shit's never gonna come around. Like it seems like it's so far out, but
yep.
we just we climb up that shit so fast. We get there quick.
It just kind of I don't know, just kind of fast forwards a little bit
Yeah,
and boom.
sneaks up on you for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I said, like you said, get the ball rolling. Already start this year. I mean, because before you know it, we're gonna be first quarter of the year, and then
Yep.
Summer comes, and I feel like after summer, shit just goes by quick. And summer always, I feel like to me recently, it's always snuck up on me, especially because I don't know the weather we've been having here in Utah. Now that my business kind of more based with the weather, it's either like really really slow and then it picks up quick because it's from spring to summer,
Hmm.
or vice versa. We get like a shitty winter and it carries long, and then we have a short summer, and then bam, back to fall and winter again. So, but yeah, I'm excited for
Cycles.
this year though. Got a lot of plans and um, yeah, just a lot of things I want to do this year for sure,
That's
business
good, bro.
wise and life wise too. You know.
That's good. I feel like a little numb, to be honest with you. I feel like maybe this is why though, because they were basically I was like doing like a little, not research, but just random shit comes to me in like video form. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? But it was basically saying that like time is a construct that like humans made.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously, it's like a metric we use to see how old we are, or and then the reason I guess the year was created because I guess whole revolution around the sun or whatever. But basically, the story is that once it's passed, it's kind of like past. So like a birthday, for example, like isn't really anything. It's just a metric from like one revolution around the sun to the thing. So it's basically what I'm trying to say is it's kind of like when a new year starts, that's trying to kind of disappear for me a little bit. Where it's just like, yo, just kind of work, like regardless. Because that's what I think this is honestly the first like December that where I actually did commit and like work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest, all the other Decembers I fucked off, bro.
Yeah, you
I
know,
did
like
not do shit. Fail, nah, I ain't gonna lie. But this year I was like, come on, man. Like
don't let
another
another month
year.
go to waste. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like another year, and this month you're just not gonna do shit again. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like after a moment, I feel like you know what you have to do, but after like 3 or 4 or 5 years pass, you like look at you, man, same fucking spot. Like you could have done something, and then I feel like that urgency. We're like, damn, I'm actually getting older. Oh, damn, maybe you see, time kind of fade for some people. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe someone dies, for example. You're like, oh shit, like damn, I might die and I haven't done shit. I feel like that eventually kind of gets with you because kind of looking back, I'm like, why the fuck wasn't I doing this 10 years ago? Well, one
Mm-hmm.
is probably because I didn't know how shit worked necessarily. Two, probably wasn't confident. And then three, I was maybe, I don't know. There's something missing, obviously,
Yeah.
So,
No, I think I feel that because I feel like I got that last year when I was like, fuck. And I wasn't, it's not like I was doing the same thing every year, but I felt like I was. I
you
was
were
just,
grinding.
yeah, and I was just like, well, I got to do something else different now. I
Mm,
bring the employees, and that was my thing for last year. And the expansion thing wasn't even a part of the plan, but it came regardless. So it was just good to add on to last year's. But yeah, I know what you mean though. Like you get to that point where just like, fuck, like
it's
you,
just a month. Like
I've
it's
been
just
doing this.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good, and I guess in a sense,
Yeah.
like I obviously try to have fun and be happy and all that stuff. And I recently had an experience that kind of changed me a little bit because for the last 2 months of November, December, I was prominently, just only solely working on like chat. So I was basically, for the people that, they don't know, I'm basically working sales. So I was doing chat sales for like about 2 months. So I went from working, well, think about this. I went from working at this place or even taking calls for 6 years, bro. Taking like calls every day, like work day as.
Yeah.
Sending emails, doing all that shit for 6 years, and then to magically not do calls anymore for 2 months was like a trip, bro.
Hmm.
And now I barely started back up on Tuesday, so it's been 2 days now.
Oh, a little rusty.
I'd say maybe rusty, but honestly, I'd say energetic because I
Really.
got to a point where I was like so like mundane and like maybe like damn, I've done this shit so long that it's maybe not like
Mm.
something exciting. Like I'm in robot mode,
Yeah. Yeah.
automation mode, where this time I'm kind of back in. I'm like I was maybe like slightly nervous, like oh shit, like I'm about to fucking call somebody. Like
Mm.
I feel like I haven't done this shit in a
Yeah. It
minute.
doesn't feel natural.
Nah, so I called and it went really well. And I was like, dude, this is so much better than fucking chat, bro. Like chat, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of sucks, but it didn't. I didn't know that until I got to experience it.
Yeah. No, it's probably good at the time when you were so used to the calls, you were almost excited to
Oh,
do the chat.
100%, 100%. I
You were
was so
done with that.
excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of one of the things where I was like, damn, it's like
Sometimes,
maybe it's not what I'm doing that I hate. It's just I get bored of shit fast.
yeah, you just gotta get a break from it.
Yeah, but as a
So,
thing, if you're an employee working at a company, it's not like, oh hey boss, I don't want to fucking drive the forklifter for 2 months. Like you can't do shit like that, bro.
uh,
So that's what I'm saying.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's one thing that's helped me with my business. That's kept me like entertained, I guess, is I'm always doing new things as far as like and it seems like it comes in a bunch. Like I felt like just at the beginning of from December to the end, it was just a bunch of PPF jobs,
Mm.
and then literally towards like I gotta say the first half of December, the second half of December was just been wraps, and then literally carrying into this year, it's just been wraps. So and I haven't got like many tints, so I kind of like get bored of one thing, or right when I'm starting to get bored, somehow
Some
it
shit
like
happened.
switches around. I'm doing a bunch of tints or a bunch of details, and
That's
I feel
good.
like it's helped me because
Yeah.
yeah, I guess to the point even like right now I'm just like oh man,
Do
like I'm
you
done with
think
reps.
if you only did details, you'd still be doing details right now?
Probably not
Like you'd be like, got sick of that shit, and be like,
for
man, fuck
sure.
this. Okay, that's good to know.
Because there was a time I was doing that shit forever. Like
Yeah,
it was
it
just
was.
over and over, detail, detail,
And did it
detail.
get to a point where like, man, like maybe you were questioning, be like, this ain't it, or did? Because I knew you did have the intention to always wrap cars and shit, because
Yeah,
you wrapped your own Evo before you did anything like that. But was there, I guess, ever a time where I was like, man, like this detailing shit trash, or
yeah,
maybe
because that was like my main thing. I was just doing details, and yeah, it wasn't it. I was just kind of getting tired of it, and it does a lot on your body too. I mean, you're working with it's manual labor. That's really what it is. A shit ton of it, and then every car was just different. So it's like you can't really predict how that day's gonna go. Which, regardless, you can't predict any day. But sometimes you may have an idea like
yeah,
what your day will look like with this. No, one car could come in and be fucking hammered. And but yeah, just with time, it was getting to that point where I was just like, this ain't it. But I've always at the whole time I was offering all the services already. So
mm,
upset PPF. There's just a matter of time that more people got to recognize my name, and then I started getting more wraps, and then tints, and then just now it's just a kind of a balance of just make sure of everything, I
mix of
guess.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, just so people know, I mean, it's you will get bored of one thing if you do it. You will get really good at it and really fast at it if you do it a lot. Obviously,
yeah.
like if you put me to do a detail right now, I'll probably take forever on it just because I'm not used to it. Especially now that we have an
Mm.
employee that does all that. Same with when I do tints. Like if I'm off not doing a tint for like more than a week or two, and I get back into it, I'm definitely a little rusty. So, but yeah, but you do gotta have a balance, I guess. Step back and
Yeah. I
kind
feel
of
like that's what I need. I need a place or a job or something where I don't mind like doing reoccurring things, but like that those 8 hours, it's like mixed with a bunch of shit. And I feel
mm,
like right now it's kind of like that just because I'm like doing my things regular like that, and then maybe have like a 30-minute little block here where I'm like, oh,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go edit the pod. So I go from like being on the phones, now I'm like doing some chat with ChatGPT trying to do something. You know what
So
I'm
it's been
saying?
helping
So
right
it's
now.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool. Like I feel like I'm noticing things basically that I took for granted before
Mm-hmm.
because I was so stuck in the routine. If that makes sense,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. Sometimes you kind of have to like get out and be like, yo, maybe I am blessed, but I just got to take the opportunity to one see that and then take advantage of the time.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta step back and see it from a different perspective.
For
Different.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure, for sure. So, yeah, just seeing things from different vantage points. I'll probably focus on that a little bit more. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really good way to that I guess help me is maybe just like watching interviews and shit sometimes because usually we're all human. We go through things. We all grow up as we start as babies. We grow the fuck up. Is my
Mm-hmm.
point. So if you hear interviews of people that maybe are successful or maybe are where you're at, and you hear them talk about maybe what the shit they've gone through, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe they chase the thing that you think you wanted and then they tell you they didn't, like they'll kind of be, oh shit, maybe that isn't the thing, and then maybe not take that thing as face value, and be like, oh yeah, he's right, but at least question and be like, wait, maybe he might be up to something, and then you could either find out for yourself or
Yeah. It plants that seed there, and either you could either feed it or kind of pick it out and see what
exactly,
at least have in the back of your head, like, well, he did say he wasn't fond of it. So now if you start doing it and you're not really messing with it either, other people agree with that too. And
yeah, hundred
or if
percent,
they
bro.
love it, I mean, now it's in your head too that it's something cool to get into.
Yeah, 100%. Because a lot of people think that like just because something makes you feel good at the time, like it's good for you.
Mm.
So for example, like drinking soda, like obviously it's bad at like it tastes fucking good, all that,
Mm-hmm.
and one's not gonna do shit to you. But let's say it's one a day now,
Oh, for
like that
sure.
shit compounds. It's kind of like I guess the point. So
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's good to detach sometimes and just see things differently and be like, what the fuck am I missing here if I am? Or maybe can I add something? Or sometimes you can even just change up routines just to see if you're like too dependent on something.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I already could tell you one thing, it's fucking coffee. If I don't have like a
Mm.
coffee, I'm having a headache like
Damn.
2, 3 hours later. But that's like one thing I know.
Yeah.
And I could either I've thought like I guess maybe thought about it like maybe quitting caffeine for a little bit, but then getting back on it. But to me, it's kind of more like there's other things that maybe I could cut out that are be more beneficial or better things I could do. Or I also thought, well, caffeine, okay, cool. I should probably reduce my intake.
Hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, what does that necessarily mean for me? Well, caffeine is usually like a productivity type of thing,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to be productive right now. So
Yeah.
it's kind
Wouldn't
of
be the
like,
move right now.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe later in life I have more time, or I don't know, have a little bit of money where it's not like the main priority.
Yeah.
Or I could be like, you know what, health right now is my priority. So let me transition kind of more into that. So again, it's just sometimes detaching yourself and doing that. Because I know like a lot of people right now, I don't know if you've seen it. You know how like, I don't really want to call them millionaires, but like the online gurus, all the motherfuckers got like online routines, like morning routines.
Yeah.
But it's like, when I bet you that when they started their business or they were successful and coming up, I bet you they were not doing that shit.
Nah,
You
there's
know what
no
I'm
way.
saying? They're
Yeah.
just optimizing now that they're rich and got the time and the resources. But now they're just preaching that, making it seem like
That's
that's
the
what got
way.
them
Yeah.
there. But it's like, bro, what the fuck? Just get the work done, dog. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. That's literally it. Cause yeah, there's no fucking time. I mean, especially if you're like starting up something and you're the one that's in it full time. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like
there's
imagine this, bro. Imagine for you to actually start working and all that, you have to wake up, bro. You gotta do a little workout, bro. You gotta take like hella pills. You don't need till like 2 p.m., bro. You motherfucking take a cold fucking plunge for like 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure there's a fuck ton of this shit, you
yeah.
know? And you do all this before you come into work in order for you to be like, oh, hell yeah. It's
There's
like,
no
what
way.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some crazy
There
shit.
goes half your day. Yeah.
Yeah, because someone that like basically introduced that thought to me was some dude named Mark Manson.
Hmm.
He's really popular in like the self help. I think he wrote a really popular book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck or something.
Hmm.
But it's basically,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you see,
My girl read that. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like super like, but basically that motherfucker. He says like, yo, all that morning shit bullshit. He's like, when I was growing, like glowing, like basically glowing up, grinding, doing all my shit. He's like, for breakfast, I had a motherfucking Red Bull and like a Reese's peanut butter cup every morning.
Oh
I
shit.
was like, what the fuck? But that's how he got like and got rich as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm saying, you need like a lot of different like views and vantage points to be like,
Yeah.
yeah, this motherfucker's so focused on his morning routine. This guy he's still successful. Like, what is where is the reality? Because it's
Yeah.
somewhere in the middle. It's not gonna be here or here. It's gonna be somewhere here. And maybe that reality is for you to decide because what you think is becomes your reality. So that's up to you. Wherever the fuck you wanna
Yeah. That's
fall in
always been
line
my excuse, in my head. But I mean, I'm kind of
on.
trying to implement it more. What was the whole workout? I'm like, right now it's just time to grind. In the
Mm-hmm.
future, I'll worry about getting healthy and being healthy. But at the
Yep.
same time, I'm doing a lot of damage to my body by not eating correctly, not getting enough sleep. And obviously, if you don't exercise and stay in shape, being fucking a human, it's just
Mm-hmm.
your shit just wears out. You're not wears out, but you
Yeah.
start to get rusty.
Do you know what a bone looks like from a person that works out versus a person that don't? Let's say like a good amount. That's like 2 months or something. Let's say someone that's never worked out, they're 30 years old,
Hmm.
versus someone that has worked out the last 3 years, that's 30 years old. You know, like the bone, like density differences,
No, but it's got to be probably pretty dense. But not even that.
way thicker.
Yeah, another thing that I came across, which probably relates to that too, is also your. I had a problem with my shoulder for a while, but to me, I found out I started just doing YouTube videos, and I don't even know if this is very accurate, but basically, you have like your shoulder blade or whatever we have right here, and then your actual bone from like your arm,
Hmm.
like it's like a rounded pivot point.
Yeah.
And basically, from doing movement every day, it only moves a certain spot too. But someone that doesn't do nothing, like more than just go to the work, type, put food in their mouth, wipe their
So like
ass.
extremely lazy at motherfuckers.
Yeah, you
Okay.
fucking start to build like
Like some rest basically
basically rust around
of
that
the
shit. Yeah,
equivalent.
and then
Okay.
now when you want to move your shit out of place to go reach for something that you really normally do, you start basically it starts to break off all like the little rust, and that shit now is grinding. That causes pain,
Jesus
and that's the
Christ.
problem I was having. Just because I was always so used to doing just movements down here, never overhead. So that's why when I was going to the gym, it was always like shoulder press, stuff like that. That was always killing me. And then it put me out for like a week because I have shoulder pain and all that. So, but just that in general, someone that doesn't do shit, just with that, you start building that. I don't know. It's like excess calcium or whatever it is.
Yeah,
But yeah, the density. That's
that's
probably
another
another
one.
thing too. Yeah, thing
Yeah,
too.
eat shit on a bike, you're less likely to break a bone.
Yeah, no, yeah. You got to kind of balance it out. But yeah, that was always my thing. When I'm trying to get better at it now and start working out more. But I was like, right now it's just time to grind and focus. I need the most time possible in the day because I've started realizing that was like the biggest thing for me
Hmm.
is not having enough time. So I kind of widowed out everything that to me wasn't important, and exercise, health, that wasn't important to me. So, but now I'm starting to rethink it and trying to take it more into consideration of making time for that too.
Mm. I have a question. Well, yours is going to be a completely different. Do you think that? Well, I guess it's going to be way different for you. Like again, like I'm saying. Well, I'll just ask you specifically. Do you think you don't have a problem with not having enough time, or do you think you have a problem with not prioritize, no, not basically not prioritizing
Hmm.
slash organizing like the day? Like, do you feel like it's more on, damn, I do actually need that more time, or is it more like maybe if I don't have to do this part, I would save time, if that makes sense?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I'm cutting myself like too. I got my hands in way too many shit, like you know, and I think that's what is killing me. That for me being so busy throughout the day, but organization could probably be a big help to that. I mean, I try to be as most organized as possible, like by writing down my day and like ahead of time or the week ahead of time,
Mm-hmm.
and the jobs. But you can't predict, as I've told you. Literally last week we've had issues with one car, the GTR. This week we had problems with another car. It's like you don't predict that. You come into work thinking you're gonna have that car here and that whole week's gonna go smooth, but now you're into more things. But no, I think it's just like a matter of just having my hands in too many things, like from being in charge of I guess overthinking too, being in charge of all the payroll, taxes, being in charge of keeping the employees busy, keeping in charge of keeping yourself busy, keeping the customers up to date, and not only just doing one job as far as vinyl wrap, but also doing like a custom wide body kit on the other side, and then making sure the your worker's doing the right thing on his job. So I'm just like I'm cutting myself too thin, I guess you would say, on everything.
Mm.
That'd be my thing, but
If you had to say what would be something like that would help you out, is there anything like that comes to mind? Like, is there an idea that you maybe like, damn, I just got to do it, or is it maybe just like, damn, maybe I
I
need to think
feel like
about it?
I just work a lot better under stress, honestly. But that doesn't
You
fix the
like that shit
problem
then? Okay.
because
It
at that
doesn't. Nah, it
point,
doesn't fix the problem at all.
no, it doesn't fix the problem. But at that point, I just feel like because right now, like you tell me right now, I'm a little slower right now, and I feel like I'm just as busy and stressed as I would have been if there were freaking people calling me left and right. I don't know. I guess it'd just be fine. Find someone that would come in and can just literally just keep running the place, like without having to like interfere
Okay,
with me. Like
gotcha.
here's the job, and it can be done from start to finish. But having me involved with receiving it, stopping to do what I'm doing, receiving it, talking to the customer, and now even if I did the job, no, so I'm distracting myself from my other job to do that one. Or if I have the employee do it, I still got to deal with the employee, tell him the instructions, make sure he did it right, deliver the car, so talk with the customer again, and this whole time I'm just taken away from other things.
Mm,
But if I just had someone that could do it all, then that would eliminate a lot of issues. But I'm not sure if that's even a thing though, because like they say, no one will ever do it like you do.
nah, nah,
So and
hell
that's just
no.
something maybe going back. It's just me, the owner. Like it's my issue. I'm the problem in a way. So it's just a matter of me figuring out what I could do to fix it. But
Okay. The reason I just bring this all up is because again, I kind of have obviously my own experiences, but I feel like in the past I've been like maybe, but for you it's completely different again. So my experience has kind of been like I don't have enough time.
hmm
But slowly I've realized that you could kind of like make time prioritize, I guess.
hmm
At least for some things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of, watching an hour of, I don't know, fucking, it could still be helpful. Let's say this type of content, like, I don't know, sales content.
yeah,
Let's say I'm fucking focusing on marketing content. Oh, instead of going to the sales, do the marketing first and put that up and kind of prioritizing, I guess. But again, I'm just trying to kind of get more information and be like, yo, is kind of everyone like that, where maybe they say they're too busy, but maybe they just have a problem with prioritizing. Again, normal people, you have a whole business and shit,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, you're not even in. I would not consider you in that category. But it's like, at least for those people, I feel like there's like a lot of obligations and things that maybe they do that they don't necessarily have to do. Maybe they just
Mm.
like say yes to too many things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where they're just like they feel so busy and they maybe need their time for their things, but at the end of the day, it's like you're kind of doing it to yourself. Maybe like you're too nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because another thing that comes up a lot, well, I'll just kind of summarize it with the Mike Tyson quote. It says, "A friend or a man that is a friend to like everyone isn't a friend to like himself." Something like that. Probably slaughtered that shit. But it's basically saying like you kind of have to put yourself first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And do that, because if you're putting everyone else in front of you, like your friend, everyone, then that means you're gonna prioritize them instead of you. And when you're prioritizing other people's like ideas and time over yours, and shit, I'm pretty sure that'd be miserable. I don't think I've ever done that, but that sounds like you're not living for
Yeah.
yourself, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You gotta balance it too in a way though, because like for example today, 4:30 comes around.
Okay.
I had 30 minutes to spare technically till I decide I would can go home around 5. At 5, I would say. And customer walks in. We have a car here in for him. He has a car here in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes in and we literally went about talking about the car, another potential project that he had that he was going to bring in, but doesn't know if it's going to come in or not. So we spent, I think, till like 5:20. I got done with him. So I spent 50 minutes talking to him.
After you said you were gonna be done.
Yeah, basically after from 4:30 to 5:20,
Got it.
he was here the whole time talking. And at the same time, like you kind of just have to, you can't just be like, hey, like,
It's 5 o'clock. I gotta go home.
or not even that, just like I got to keep working on what I'm doing right here. Like you got to
Oh.
stop and then just take the time to be with them.
Have you ever done that where it's like, damn, this won't get too long. Let me start working on a car, see if you get the hint.
Yeah, well, we got a kind of system down, me and my helper,
Oh
where if
shit.
he sees them here for more than like 20 minutes and he's working on something, he'll come and ask me for my help to distract me from them.
Oh.
And that's not even distract from him, but for them to get the hint, like, hey, we're busy. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
but
a
it's like
shop. It's not a
sometimes it's
social club.
yeah, and sometimes there's just like no way out of it. Like you just got to be there, and because they keep bringing cars to you too, and you can't just.
Okay, I guess
So
you're right.
it's just hard with some things. Because yeah, there's times where you could tell them, to mess, screw off. I got shit to handle, but there's other times where it's just like, like you can't. They're just you almost build relationships with some customers that you
Oh,
just
for
have to
sure.
entertain it.
For
So
sure, for sure.
so then there goes like 50 minutes, well, 30 minutes of your planned time to be here, another 20 of you already being home probably by that time, driving home. And it's just like, what do you do? So,
Shit.
but maybe there is a way. Maybe it's just like you said, just, you know, find a time yourself and be like, hey, man, can we schedule a time for you to come in and talk about this? Even though they just
Yeah.
stop, I guess that may be a way. They may take it wrong, but essentially you're putting yourself first, and now you can get done what you were
Mm.
going to get done. I don't know. There's
Let me
many
know. Let me
that
know if you try
that's
something.
a big problem that I have, and it's not even that. Let's say like just between me and the helper, he needs help. I stop what I'm doing. I go over there, I talk to him, and it's never just like come over here. I take the cap off. For example, all right, that's how you take it off. That's how you put it back on. I do it, and I walk off. It's always like a whole thing. You gotta give them an explanation of why you did it that way. How you may run into different issues with different cars. So before you know, it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then by the time you get back, I don't know. I think we talked about this. I mean, it's just, it's I don't know. That's one thing I haven't mastered yet, is because you have to go back into what you were doing, and then refocus back into your.
Yeah, get in the flow. They call it the flow state. So I do get it. This is because a flow state is basically when you've done something so much times
Mm-hmm.
that it kind of becomes like muscle memory to you, and then you're so good at it when you're in it that like time kind of just seems to kind of disappear, and you're just like knocking that shit out, just
Yeah,
flow. You're in the workflow. But like you said, if a motherfucker is like, "Hey, pa," you're gonna
yeah,
be like, "What the fuck?" You're never gonna enter that flow, you know?
yeah. Never. That's been my biggest issue. Um, Sometimes I work better when I'm myself as just like my own employee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
And that's
okay,
why I work at nights and I work on the weekends because I don't have people bugging me.
that's fucking crazy.
And that's the only way I figured out to get around it. Because throughout the day, it's almost impossible to, because whether it's phone calls, ordering parts for customers, texting the customer, um, there's just always shit.
Have you calculated how many hours a week you're in this bitch?
Fuck, it just depends, I guess. But
If you had to guess, you don't have to calculate it. If you had to guess,
mm, I would say probably what's the average, 40,
40
right?
hours a week, that's like a regular job, eight
Yeah,
hours.
I would say probably 60. Yeah, sometimes even
More for
probably
show.
yeah,
60, 80, I'd say is your range,
60, 80. Yeah,
depending.
because essentially when I do stuff, when I get shit done, it's mostly after hours. It's never throughout the day.
Yeah, it's probably more than.
Throughout the day, I'm just kind of tinkering around, trying. Like, there's examples, dude. I'm just straight. I'll be completely honest. Like, I'll have a car and I have everything ready to do the quarter panel. I have the helper help me prep it and stuff, and I don't want to start it because I know fucking five is gonna come, or someone's gonna come pick up a car and I have to
It's gonna,
stop.
got it.
And I don't want to stop in the middle when I'm doing something. I just want to zone in and finish it from start to finish. And that never, I just so so the whole day, like let's say it was I don't know. I know it's gonna take me 2 hours to say to do it, and it's already 3 o'clock, and I know someone's gonna come like at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock to pick up a car. I won't start it. So that 2 hours, I'm just trying to figure out something else to do on the phone, trying to
Yeah,
find something else
you
to
do
fill
get hit
in.
up a lot. You do get up a lot because I was here. I think it was last week. It was last week I was here.
Yeah,
I think it was either like a Wednesday or Thursday, maybe 2 weeks ago actually.
yeah,
It was
2
two
weeks
weeks
ago.
ago, and yeah, I was just here, like on a random Friday and work. I think it was the Friday before Christmas,
Yeah,
and yeah, bro, I was doing my little shit right there on the computer, and I think I was with you 2 3 hours, and you dead ass would look at your watch like pretty frequently, and you were rapping that pink PRZ. I
yeah,
remember it'd be like ding, the little. I always be hearing that shit. You
yeah,
got like two calls, I
yeah.
think. But yeah, I kind of got like a better idea, and I was like, God dang, like
It's hard to focus, dude.
I
Honestly.
don't, yeah, like if I'm focused on like a thing,
Hmm.
and that happens, I feel like I would flip out because let's say I'm working on an email or I'm on a phone call at work, and some other shit comes up, I fucking lose it, bro. I can't do like the whole two things. So
Yeah,
that shit's insane how you kind of been able to manage that in a sense.
yeah. It's been hard for sure, but that's like the biggest issue I couldn't come back to. And if it wasn't for that, like I could just come in and do my job as like a worker. Um, I think I would definitely enjoy, the process more. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it, but it is sometimes it's like
Yeah,
overwhelming. Where it's just like shit. Like,
like here we go again.
yeah,
I
um,
bet, bro, because you're still stuck in the routine. Like obviously, your routine is going to work, hustle, get that fucking bread. Where after a long period of time, where there's maybe if there's not something exciting or shit just keeps, or maybe in your head you think shit keeps not going your way, then maybe that not might not be like a good experience anymore for
hmm
you in a sense. But
yeah,
okay,
it's hard to. Yeah, my biggest thing is like I haven't known where to like put my time into.
mm,
It's like what do I invest my time into when I'm here? Do I try working, or should I just say fuck it, don't work when I'm here? Use that for after hours, and the whole time here, at least try to do shit that you can get distracted and go back into easier.
yeah,
Which is like maybe
oh,
I don't know. That's I haven't tried that yet, but that's something I could try. Like maybe the whole time I'm here, use it to train your employee, because at this point he can't distract you because you're teaching the whole
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I'm trying to figure the system out
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
mean,
that's
because it's
that
one of
sounds a good
those
idea.
because that's one of those things that it's been going for 5 years now, right around there for I've been here or four, whatever it is. I can't keep track
Yeah,
anymore, but at least two of the three of those years, I would say like complete years have been the figuring out the whole helper and my schedule. Like I said, the only one that I had work out really good is when we had that gig with the dealership details because he knew what he was doing. Never bugged me for nothing. He picked up the cars, brought the cars, detailed them, dropped them off. I would just go pick up a check,
that's
and
dope. You need that shit again.
yeah, and that was the best thing, and that's why I keep going back to it. If I can just get someone that can do it all, from start to finish, without me having to look at him or nothing, just like car's done, I'm clocked in, I'm leaving by whatever. That's the
Mm,
best because then I can just do my own thing.
okay, I guess in that, if you want that, I guess your role does kind of change then, because at that point you're not really working anymore. You're more focused on not training him, right? Now you're focused on bringing him work, right?
Yeah.
So then your role changes there.
And at that point, it was just like it was like not a contract, but we were basically just doing details only for them,
Do that. Okay.
and still bringing in extra work. So I'd be like, hey, actually, I found us a detail for this day. So this day you won't go to the dealership and pick up a car. You'll do this one.
Mm,
That was the only really thing that I would like throw off his schedule and my schedule.
yeah.
So I had to throw something at him. But that was just a random call. Somebody would call in and schedule something. But yeah, and then yeah, just kind of speaking to you earlier was the whole it's just training thing, training someone because obviously you want someone. I'm training someone to be a manager right now, and a manager to me is someone that can literally handle it all. At least in my manager position, not just like a manager of one station of like
Okay.
detailing or wrapping. This is someone that I want to do basically, essentially like I don't know what you call it, fucking CEO almost or whatever.
Got you. Where, if you don't mind me asking, where, like you said, manager, you're trying to like build a manager. Like, is there any like inspiration you grab from like an old like manager you had, or do you ask anyone for like management like information, advice? Do you Google it? Like, how do you? Because I've
Yeah,
never managed anyone, so that's like, how do you learn and do shit like that?
yeah. I mean, I just kind of been learning myself really a little bit, kind of getting yeah, just ideas like off Google and stuff like that. But the guy that I had actually in the shop we're in right now, they used to do pest control here, and the manager here I was really good friends with, and he basically would break down like how to manage people because that's all he was doing. He was basically sending the people out on the routes, making sure they were doing their job right,
Hmm.
and it's from beginning to the end. But the end of the day, what they had was like a system, which is very very different to my business. But to a certain extent, it does help. Like, what's that sheet that I had printed off over there when you came?
Oh, the checklist.
Standard order. Yeah, well, checklist too, but
Oh, the SOPs.
SOPs. Yeah, he's like that's like a make thing. He's like because they can go off that and they could at least get 80% of basically they can answer 80% of their questions with that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then that only leaves 20% of you to invest your time into it. But it's like you just got to build one that's really good. But at the same time, like with detailing it works, and let's say paint correction, ceramic coatings, but
Got
that
you.
shit does not work with wrap and does not work with window tint because those are all very different. Every car you get, every car's condition is very different. There's so many variables with that. So that goes out the door with that. And that's the part where I'm basically just hitting a brick wall right there with training on window tint and vinyl wrap. I hadn't even touched PPF yet, but I think if anything, vinyl wrap is like the next one I'm more advancing into. But the window tint part, it's definitely the hardest to get someone to train there.
Is it harder to tint a window or to car wrap a car?
I guess it depends if you ask the person. I would say, me personally, since I started wrapping first and then started tinting, I would say tinting would be harder. But
Mm,
now, to me, I would rather tint. I don't know. There's just more variables. The thing with tint is that it depends the person. Some people don't understand the condition of their car can affect so much of the tint. So if you bring me a '05 clapped out car and you want, it all murdered out, all blacked out, and your shit's an '05 and you never detailed it or nothing, that shit's dirty as hell. So we can only do so much on our end to clean it, and you're gonna have contamination. So now, no matter how good of a job you try to clean and do, you're gonna have garbage in it, and then now you have to. That's a variable, like something you have to run into now.
got you.
You're dealing with the customer now there, and so that's the hard part of it.
Damn, bro.
But
Well, I guess just keep us updated on
yeah, it's kind
the
of
whole
hard.
situation. God dang.
I
All
try to
right.
find solutions to this every day, but it's
It might take some time, honestly.
yeah. I mean, it's
As long as you get closer, maybe not every day because you're doing other shit, but like you get closer, closer and closer,
mm-hmm.
and keep, doing
Yeah.
different things. But okay, bro.
Yeah, yesterday
Yeah.
I had my truck at the shop, the dealership, and we had like a last minute appointment come in for some window tint removal, and the helper was still here, and basically he's one the one doing that. We only have one steamer to remove it, and I found out later that he had somewhere to be, like around before 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
and it was like six something by the time we got done, like almost seven. I'm like, shit, dude, you should have told me. He gave me a ride to the dealership to pick up my truck. And on the way there, he's telling me, he's like, oh shit, he's like, I just missed whatever I had to be to. I'm like, dude, you should have told me. You could have took off. He's like, no, I had to stay till the work was done. He's like, when I'm a manager, he's like, I can't just leave. Like, when you're just a regular employee, when you're a manager, you have to stay till. He's like, I'm basically you now. I'm like, well, that's good. At least you're getting it in your head,
Getting the idea.
because
Yeah, what? Yeah.
it's part of it. And originally that job that came in, it was supposed to be a 10-minute job, two front window removal. And the customer comes in, and now he needs a front window removed too. And it's like, shit, do you book a whole another appointment for that? Now the customer, he's already taking time off to be here for that. So it's just like, you just do it. And then of course you take the window tint off of the front windshield, and there's a fucking issue we ran into that we never ran into before, where they tinted the glass outside the car. So at one point that window was shattered probably,
Yeah.
and they had a new one to be replaced. And before it got installed, they sent it out to a tint shop to get tinted.
Oh, what
And
the
then
fuck?
and then they fucking put glue on it and glued it on the car. So now the glue was like holding the fucking tint on there. So usually even a windshield, it just takes us like 10 minutes. And it went to fucking being like a 40-minute ordeal. Just because we had to fucking cut glue and do crazy shit. So
Yeah.
it's just like, it's so unpredictable with the stuff we get. So, but yeah, that's kind of it. Enough of me, I guess.
Okay, bro.
We're
Damn.
we're working on it.
Yeah, that seems there's a lot of shit moving components for with your things. It looks like, but
Yeah, and it could be like I said. I just got maybe my hands in too many things.
yeah,
Maybe I just need to just break it down.
yeah,
And
you
just
won't
be
know
like,
till like a future version or something. Ah, shit.
and
You
that's why
know?
as of right now, I'm trying to at least make him a manager with the auto detailing stuff. So that's one thing I completely step out of, because he knows how to do all that. So I could just like completely be like, oh, any car that comes in for anything that's detailing wise, that's all you. So now I only worry about three things: PPF, vinyl wrap, and window tint. So I don't know. That's the next step, but yeah,
Alrighty.
I'll keep you guys updated.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, y'all. Well, we did have a QA segment this time. I feel like we haven't been having them each week, but I feel like maybe each week is too much. You could let me know if you think that maybe is. I feel like maybe
Maybe other week. Yeah.
something like that. You know, until maybe we have other things to talk about or more people that submit questions.
Yeah.
You know, but
Definitely. Yeah.
okay, cool. Do you want to bring them up? Do you want me to bring them up?
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
So let's get into the QA segment of today. We have two questions.
Two
Two questions.
questions. Let's
So
see if I can pull them both up.
yeah, no worries. We'll hit them up one by
Let's see.
one.
I'm only showing one,
Which one
but
do you got?
I got Baggy
All right.
SRT. So it's from Fernie. The question.
Okay.
He's asking. His question is, what motivates you to? Um, yeah, that's
Okay.
all we got. Motivates you too. So basically, what
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 motivates
what
you?
keeps you motivated? Yeah.
Damn, that's a crazy one. What keeps you motivated to just kind of keep doing it day after day after day?
Yeah, I mean, it's just to get up every day, go to work, do your work, look into doing more than your actual work, and I guess doing something to also help you and
I
just
f-
get better at yourself in life.
yeah, I feel like my motivation. I feel like it maybe changes from here to then, but the first thing that comes to my head is I just want to create like my own world reality, I guess you could say,
Mm-hmm.
and just live in it. If that makes sense. I'm not there yet. There's a lot of things I do have already, but I was not like made aware until like recently. Oh fuck, you know. Like obviously health, family, super important, but there's obviously like money. There's shit. There's probably hella more love, relationships,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So I have a lot of that shit. But now we're working on more of the business and more of the just self development. Self development again is not the place you reach; it's the process. So,
Mm-hmm.
so both of those. So I feel like that's kind of my main thing. I feel like ultimately, what kind of like wakes me up and just is like, yo, like let's get it. I feel like it's just trying to be the best version of myself. I feel like in the past I was lying to myself that I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know. I'd be like, oh, it's because family and shit like that. Which is obviously, yeah, like who you want to show your friends or your and family, But at the end of the day, it all kind of comes down to you,
Yeah.
and you want to feel good about yourself. That's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's kind of like reaching a point in life where it's like, damn, like I've worked my ass off, and I feel like just like I earned it. I want to
Mm-hmm.
feel like I earned it,
Yeah.
because I feel like I've said this a couple times, like in my head. It's like if I win the lottery, bro, I feel like that'd be a curse to me
Mm.
because I would basically have the reward without knowing what it took and the disciplines and all that shit. And I feel like I would feel like a phony and fake if that makes
Yeah.
sense. And I wouldn't feel like deserving of that money. I'm pretty sure other people out there don't give a fuck like what lottery you
Yeah.
won, but I feel like for me, I'd feel Feel a little empty to be honest with you.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, they didn't feel earned. They didn't feel like you actually.
like accomplish something. Like you know how like you go to the fucking Olympics, you win a gold medal, you're the best in the fucking world. You're like,
You just got
wow,
everything handed to you.
like you
Yeah.
came back for your fucking nation. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like imagine if someone was just like, you know what, let's just get that full gold medal. It's gonna be like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I need to feel like I earned it. I do feel like I earned some things in some areas, but again, I want to excel like the business. I feel like what motivates me a lot right now is trying to, because sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a fake motherfucker, just because it's like that's why I really don't try to talk about business and shit like that here on the podcast, because like yeah, I've studied it, yeah, I've had like a real estate agent side business or whatever the fuck, but it's not like my main occupation. So I
Hmm.
feel like I don't have the sufficient credentials to even talk about that. And maybe if I did, it's ideas from other people that haven't tested myself. So it's like whatever the fuck.
Hmm.
So I feel somewhat phony, and they call it a wantrepreneur. And I feel like my big motivation is to change that wantrepreneur into the entrepreneur, even though I hate the word because it's like the fuck.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my motivation. Escaping basically, I don't know, just being normal,
Yeah.
in myself, and just trying to reach that like new level and prove to myself that like, yo, everything that you believe and you've been working towards, like you were right, bro. And not for anyone else. I don't give a fuck. I was right for myself. Like
Hmm.
saying, oh, if I commit to myself and work hard, I'll get this and I'll feel good about myself. I
Yeah.
want to like get that, feel it, and be like, damn, I was right, and it was worth it the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not even about like reaching it, I guess. It's more about like, yo, like
Yeah.
doing it.
You
Like
did it.
you try, like you're working. So I feel like that's probably my biggest motivation, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah, for sure.
What about you, bro?
Yeah, kind of follow the same place, but yeah, I like mine. I kind of just start in reverse. Mine's like the end goal, right? Everybody has a dream of having a house on the beach, of not doing shit, having all the supercars and stuff like that. Obviously, you gotta be realistic with yourself a little bit too. You can't just be like, I'm gonna. I mean, always have reach for high things, right? But at the same time, be realistic, take it at levels. But that's
Yeah.
kind of where I'm at. Like my end goal obviously is just have a good life and be healthy, be happy.
What does a good
Stress
life look like for you, though?
for me, just not be like I don't know, just a good life
Let's say you wake up.
realistically.
Let's say you wake up today. What's the perfect day for Edgar?
Wake up when I wake up, not
Okay.
off a phone or an alarm or nothing like that, and just get my day started when I want, and not have to rely like on what I did that day to pay my bills or anything like that.
Okay. Are you working in your perfect day? Because I don't know if you enjoy it that much. Are you golfing? Like, what do we? Let's
Yeah,
get specific. Like, what are we doing
yeah,
on
it'd
this day?
probably yeah, it'd probably just be still working here and there, more
Okay.
managing at that point.
Okay.
But honestly, probably just not even really part of a business. Just be there to be there. But
Mm.
that's kind of, like I said, where I get my motivation. I go from there and go reverse. So I mean, from there, I know everything, like you said, everything you did is going to be for that. And that's like, if I don't come in today, I'm not going to get any closer to that shit
Yeah.
because I'm just taking a step back. And in reality, you're doing it to yourself. So that's kind of where I get my motivation from. But obviously, like I said, I'm realistic with myself. I'm not being like, I got to shoot, I'm going to be a billionaire and be retired by the age 30, fucking 2 years. Uh, you know, like you got to be somewhat realistic. I mean, anything can happen, but you know, sometimes it's shit's obvious,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's kind of where I get it from. But it's most like you said, like it's the meaning of it behind, like knowing to get there, everything I do that day, I have to be committed and go through it to be able to achieve that. And
Mm.
so,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, for that, yeah, essentially, like like you said, I wake up and that's like my thing. Like, if I don't go to work, I'm not any closer to my goal, and
So you want
that's my motivation for
it
it.
sounds like you want freedom, freedom of like financial freedom, because you said you didn't want to work. You said I think you mentioned that money
Yeah,
doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck?
basically, when everybody retires like at 65. If you make it at a factory job or whatever you are, and at that point, your house is usually paid off,
Yeah.
your bills are paid off, you have freaking your grandkids, but you're fucking 65 and you can't do shit. you know, um, I want to do that realistically more like in the 45s, 50s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's doable for sure.
yeah, you want to get there a lot sooner and obviously hustle harder and do all
Yeah.
that. So, but yeah, realistically, it's being like how you're retired. You're just, and that's like the realistic one, like you could think of, right? Obviously, we shoot for more, You want to have some nice cars, nice house,
Yeah.
um, some properties that you're making money and not having to worry about shit like that. Obviously, they would have to have that to be able to retire at some age like that.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Sounds good,
but
bro.
yeah, that's kind of like
Your
my
motivation.
motivation for stuff is just how I keep myself going. I guess is knowing the end goal coming and being that it's all going to be with what I do every day and just the fact of getting up and going through it
Yeah, coming in.
because there's no other way it's gonna you're gonna get there.
Yeah. If you keep working every day for sure, keep growing,
I mean, what
keep
happens
trying
if you work
things,
at a job and you don't show up? I'm
get
sure
fired.
you get a strike.
Oh
I'm sure
yeah.
after two strikes you're done. So now what are you after that? You're jobless, unemployment. That one goes for so long. If you don't do nothing for yourself, you're still at home not doing nothing. You, landlord comes around, hey, what the fuck? Or your mortgage company comes around, what the fuck? You get evicted. Pretty soon you're fucking homeless. So I mean, if you don't literally like what you do every day is what is going to get you to that, and to me that's my thing. But
Yeah.
and yeah,
Okay.
but
No,
yeah,
that's good, bro. So yeah, you basically just want to have freedom of sounds like time, responsibilities, and financial stuff. So you basically want to be in control, is what I'm getting at.
yeah,
Like you want to dictate your day, be like, you know what? Today we got some business things. I gotta, make some calls I gotta answer. It's up to you. Maybe like, oh, you may want to work on another project or something today. Fuck it, we're with the kids. Go to the beach or something. So
hmm,
yeah, you just want freedom, basically. So
yeah,
okay, so freedom is your motivator. Like obviously you don't have
yeah,
it too much now, but you coming in and working, like you see it, you envisioning it
yeah.
down the road. So
Yeah, one thing kind of want to let people know because everybody says with like businesses, like everybody thinks businesses are good and they are good, right? And the big thing with businesses is everybody says it's freedom. You don't have like
oh, that's big ass misconception.
people overlooking at you and stuff. And yeah, you do
Yeah,
get that, and you do have some freedom. Like if I want to come into the 11, I can come in at 11. Do I want to do it? No, because I'm not getting any closer
you
to my
still got to
goal.
do the shit.
Yeah, like so. I mean, there's things there. It's a very
Yeah,
understood thing.
misconception for sure. It's like it's freedom, but it's not freedom from doing the work. You still do the work.
Yeah.
That's a fact,
There's
bro.
things that come
That's a
with it,
fact.
obviously, that are better. And there's times where you are cut up and you can take a week off, or you can like, I am taking a whole week off or going on vacation. I can leave when I want, knowing that I can come in Sunday at 12 at night, at 12
Catch
a.m.
up.
and catch up.
Yep.
That's like the freedom I guess you would get. But it's not like,
Nah, people
I'm
think
fucking
it's
free now.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh, I'm off the chain and shit. Nah,
No.
bro. A lot of people, it's funny because in real estate class, when that shit began, I feel like I arrived to the class with great expectations.
Hmm.
What I did before I even showed up, like to the class registered. Well, number one, I was taking like that mentorship class. I think maybe mentioned it before, the Manny Koshman,
Hmm.
learning real estate, all that shit. And then he basically said, yo, maybe looking to become a real estate agent. I was like, I bet. And I actually hit up our homie that's also an agent, Daniel Vargas.
Hmm.
And yeah, I hit him up, bro. I started asking him questions. And he seemed pretty cool down. So what I did is I invited him out to go eat, basically. I was like, hey, let's go get some grub. So
Hmm.
I think we ended up going to like Roosters and some shit like that. And yeah, I just literally just fucking interviewed him, bro. Like dead ass questions. He told me straight up how it was. I was like, all right, sounds like shit, but I'll try it.
Yeah.
And I ended up trying it out and all that stuff. But when we got into the real estate classes, the point of this, the real estate, he actually ended up being my mentor later on. But at the beginning of the class, he was just like, all right, so why'd y'all sign up for the class? Or, why you become an agent? And literally, like, so many people were saying financial, no, just like freedom or some shit like
Yeah.
that,
Just
like to do
freedom.
shit. And he was just like, shit, I ain't free for shit, basically. Something like that. Like, yo, like, if y'all in here for freedom, like, y'all are on the wrong one.
Yeah.
Because,
Especially for an agent. Yeah.
oh, hell nah. You're basically a slave to your client, throughout
Yeah.
that whole process. But it's just kind of crazy, like you said, like, that's kind of what we strive for, or maybe like the misconception you said that
Yeah.
people want it. But it's like that shit don't really exist, bro. It
No.
exists if you are at the top of your game and you have a fuck ton of money
Yeah.
and you're also complacent and fulfilled. Because if you have all that money, you're done working and you're not fulfilled, more than likely you're gonna be filling a void, a hole with shit that doesn't
Hmm.
really belong there, and you're gonna fuck something up. You can do you. There's so many vices, bro. It's not
Oh
even
yeah.
funny. So, but yeah, it's one of the things that you made me remind me of, like like a lot of people do want that whole financial freedom, but it's like that shit ain't just gonna come because you work a year or two, and it's like you kind of have to like fit the role, if that makes sense, bro. Like you have to
Yeah.
build yourself up and then fit the role, because obviously right now you probably feel like that, but it's like, well, you're not a millionaire.
Yeah.
You could say whatever you want at the end of the day, like, yo, like, yeah, I'm better than everybody, I'm gonna be richer than everybody, but at the end of the day, like, are you?
Yeah.
So you have to kind of be like, yo, you have to be fucking realistic a little bit,
Yeah. That's the part people really have a hard time doing is not being realistic with themselves.
Nah, hell nah. I admit it. I was pretty. Everyone's a narcissist, but I was like more narcissistic at the beginning, like younger. But it's like you just gotta get grown the fuck out of that, bro. Like
Yeah.
literally self sabotage.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
how it is with that. But
Alrighty, well, beautiful. Thank you so much for the
yeah, thank you, Fernie.
question. Let's get it. All right, bro. I'll bring up the second one.
Okay.
All right, so Bella, shout out. It says, "What are three things in your life right now, like today,
Today.
that you value, and why? Why do you value three
Oh,
things right now in your life?"
true. Well, one is the people I have around me, like obviously you have your family, your spouse, um, your friends, that's like the number one things. I mean, I feel like with that, those people,
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's
that's
for
gonna be
sure.
number one.
That has
Yeah.
to be number one. That's my number one.
Yeah. It's because I mean, yeah, they're the ones that
People.
literally push you every day when you're on your bad days. They're there to
Yeah.
hear you out, on your bad and the worst days and all
People.
that. Yeah. So I get that. That'd be my number one.
Yep.
My second probably be my business. That's definitely. I mean, it's what puts food on the table and keeps the roof over my head, and obviously allows me to do all the fun things that I enjoy doing and all that. And I mean, I feel like I'm being pretty short with them, but yeah, I mean that's the two for those, and I would say three would be what could be a third one?
Yeah, I'm thinking of different ones too. Just so it's like, oh yeah, it's the same shit,
Yeah,
So,
yeah, my job,
oh.
yeah, no, my job, my family, and my dogs. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe give me a minute on that one to come back
Okay,
on that one.
yeah, no worries. So, like Edgar said, obviously, first one's definitely going to be people, like relationships. You know what I'm saying? So, and then obviously is anyone, your parents, your friends, your cousins, your
Yeah,
girlfriend, your wife, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So for sure, you got to value them. It's like just thinking about it this way. Let's say you have everything you want, even money, but you have no one to share those experiences or money with. Like you feel fucking alone. What was the point of all that shit?
yeah. There's nothing.
Nah, hell nah. So again, a reminder that just because everyone has a family doesn't mean that we should undervalue it. Because not everyone has $1 million, and there's, oh shit, let's value that a fuck ton more. But it's like, nah,
Hmm.
bro, family at the end of the day is more important. The reason why we don't value it is because everyone has it, so we see it as less valuable ourselves.
Hmm.
But it's not until we lose it ourselves and we're like, holy fuck. So
Yeah,
for sure, you know, family prioritize
keep it close. Yeah,
for sure.
because you never know. When it's last time you
Yeah.
talk to someone, see someone. So it's
That's how I
you
live.
just got to keep.
That's how I live.
You got to keep. What do you call 'em? Just
Yeah,
ties
man.
always good, I guess, with people. No
Yeah.
matter the situation, because you just never know the outcome of things. But yeah, that's definitely a number. Yeah, one.
Yeah, for sure. Number one. Number two, I'd say time. I feel like recently I've been valuing time more recently. Like this time, just having time, even if it's just to like chill, hang out. Like I'll just value it. I'll be try to be more present and be like, yo, like maybe have like a little hour nap or something. Like, yo, dude,
Hmm.
just relax. It's funny actually. I tried to fucking take a nap like for I think like 40 minutes earlier.
Hmm.
Bro, my mind was going fucking nuts, bro.
Really?
She was just firing on all cylinders, like trying to like think of things and like just wrap a thought. It was fucking insane. I was like, yo, what the I just turned on the lights at that point, bro.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit. But I feel like at that point where I was trying to go to sleep, I was like, oh hell yeah, like a
Yeah.
little time so I could like enjoy and been fucking, doing my
Yeah.
thing, and I couldn't sleep. But I've been, yeah, just enjoying that time that I have, even if it's work.
Hmm.
I feel like again, back in the day, I used to see things more as like I have to get these done, but now I'm trying to see things as I get to do them, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So it's like, oh shit, it's time to go to the gym. Oh fuck, I gotta go to the gym. It's like, oh no, it's 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to go to the gym. Like I'm looking forward to it. So I think it's perspective change. that I've done recently.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's days I'm gonna have fucking damn day. I ain't trying to do shit.
For
Like
sure, yeah.
obviously,
We
you know,
everybody has that.
I'm not gonna over here saying like I'm fucking perfect, and you know what I'm saying. But I'd say yeah, time for sure. See it way more valuable, and time kind of encapsulates a lot because like the time I spend with the people I love, you know.
Yeah.
So it just kind of wraps up a lot of things. And third, have you come up with the third yet? Are you still thinking?
Yeah.
What you
I
got?
would say my health. Just not even
Mm,
my health, but just being fucking having literally every limb I
that's a
have.
fact, bro.
Because without that, one, you'd complicate shit with your family, your friends. You wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
probably meet a lot of friends. Me and the girlfriend been watching this. What the fuck is it called? The Gypsy Queen. It's this girl basically that got manipulated by her mom the whole time. Basically,
Oh, I think my girlfriend was telling me about this
yeah.
shit.
So we've been watching the thing on Hulu because she just barely got like released from prison or some shit. Because basically, her boyfriend killed the mom, and the boyfriend's in prison, and I guess she did time because she like was somewhat part of it,
Well, let's
convincing
let's
him.
break it down. Let me make sure I have the right
Yeah,
story because like everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck?
yeah,
Who
yeah, yeah.
killed what?" The reason the daughter or the boyfriend or whatever the fuck killed the mom is because his mom was tripping, psychotic, crazy bitch, right? And she was basically taking her daughter to doctors and forcing them to do shit that she didn't need. So she'd be like, "Oh, her ear hurts" or some shit. He's like, "Oh, there's nothing wrong here." The doctor would say,
Yeah. She
and
never wanted
then
her daughter to be away from her. Like she was so.
is that what it was, or am
It's
I?
basically that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. I was about to say I don't know if it's
But
the
yeah,
same
kind of
shit.
breaking it down, me like just watching it, it's like this is literally an example of a mom that babies their kid through life. Like they don't want that baby to ever grow up or a fucking teenager at that point
I'll fuck
when
you
they
up.
get to that point. But yeah, basically it was literally like, oh no, like you can't have sugars, you're allergic to them. The whole time she was never allergic to sugar. Um, and just shit like that. She was always in a wheelchair just because so many people have already known that she was in a wheelchair. It'd be like stupid. She almost felt herself dumb if people found out later that she could walk. Just shit like that. But
That's some
basically,
crazy shit.
seeing that show and seeing how complicated life can be if you're, handicapped or
Have the
you
wrong
have
family even.
health issues, yeah, with the wrong family, like that. Yeah, health is definitely a big one. I mean, just because
Yeah. I feel like honestly that's probably the biggest one that we take for granted because
for
you tell
sure,
people I love you, so you're kind of acknowledging.
yeah,
But like, yeah, no one be watching that. I don't want to say no one, but a lot of people don't watch what they eat, if
no,
they exercise.
no, and then just even like having like you know, diabetes and stuff like that. That shit,
Fuck.
anybody can really get that. Sometimes it's just like, what do you call it? In the family,
Oh, it's
genetic or
genetic, but basically it's. God damn it, bro! I literally have a song, a rap song that's this. The only reason I know because it starts with H. I don't fucking hereditary or some shit like that.
yeah.
It's
So
some
sometimes
shit
it's
like
not even a
that.
choice, You
Yeah,
could
just
be a little kid and already have that shit,
yeah.
So, and that would fuck up a lot because your energy level's fucked. You always have to be balancing out your diet. At that, imagine me trying to get work done and having to deal with my whole diet on top of it. Like, so yeah, that's one thing I definitely do take for granted too, like you said. But it's
Yeah,
very
same.
I value now a lot more.
Same.
We always get those things in life, and it shouldn't be like that. You should always be open to all these things, but
Mm-hmm.
it seems like we always have to have those things, reminders in life for us to value things. And there should be like a way or something of people like to always have those reminders with them, but we never really
Yeah.
do until either it's gone or we're going through it,
Well,
unfortunately. So,
can't have good days without bad days.
yeah.
Need
So,
that contrast. So I like that
yeah,
actually.
that'd be my third for sure.
Oh fuck yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, bro. Shit. Things I value besides people and time. Shit. I'll be a little self loving today. I say myself,
Hey, there you
I
go.
value myself, I try to take care of myself. I do self sabotage a lot though, whether that be through certain vices and shit like that. But
Hmm.
I hopefully, you know, I don't want to like just judge myself. Like hopefully the people on the outside that I care about their opinion, not just random motherfuckers.
Hmm.
I feel like they at least be like, yo, like the motherfucker grew.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I feel like myself, like I would just value yourself. Like I value myself to take care of myself, to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Well, I value myself enough to, read that book or try to improve. Like if the more you value yourself, the more you're willing to
Yeah.
show self love in the forms of those activities.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I say that
That's a
those will
good
be
one
my three ones.
for
So
sure.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you, Bella, for asking
Yep. Thank
another
you, Bella, once
question.
again.
Yeah, and I feel like all your questions are really introspective. I feel like we're always thinking. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact, actually. Everything she's always asked, I'm always having to.
I'm like, what the
I'll get
fuck?
back to you on the third one or second because I can't even think
Yeah.
of shit.
No, it's a great question. So appreciate
Yeah.
you. Keep, asking them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that should be it for the
The Q and
Q&A.
A's. Thank you guys for the Q&A segment. Having a blast with those. So, but yeah,
Yeah, and that was
just
pretty good because I think we made that post, what, today or yesterday? Yesterday.
yeah. I think around like 5, 6 or something.
Yeah.
Got like
So,
two. Yeah, I don't know. I've been just trying little different things.
hmm
Um, but yeah, is there any other things we need to update the people?
um, did you
Put
want
me
to
on.
touch base or anything on like my stuff you've been working on? I don't think we've ever told people about that yet, have
We
we?
haven't told anyone about
I
that.
don't think so. Well, we could hold off on
Yeah,
until we
no,
kind of have a better.
we could at least introduce it so people, it's low
Okay.
key is the last 10 minutes of the pod, so probably low key no get to it. But if you did get to this part of the
Shout out.
pod, because there is a stat on our YouTube that says the average
Yeah.
duration. That shit's not 80 minutes. No, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're still here, yeah, basically, I've had a blessed opportunity, thanks to the best friend here, Edgar, to work on his essentially his local SEO. So for the last 3, 4 months, I was just focusing on regular like SEO, like with websites and shit, trying to rank them shits. I quickly found out that shit's not really my thing. I kind of went into like a deep type of, not deep, but just kind of like a little rut for a sec where I was maybe confused and didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So self esteem was a little down, but and then continued digging the hole thanks to people around I had around me to keep me pushing. Found local SEO way faster than regular SEO,
hmm
and it's more for people that actually probably help. Because who the fuck do I know with a popular website that needs more traffic? Zero. How many people do I know that either have a small business or know someone that knows a small business? A shit ton more.
Yeah.
So to me, in my circle, it's more valuable right now. So started looking into SEO, local SEO, and a lot of the things I won't say are exactly the same, but they overlap.
Yeah.
Because in like regular SEO, you have something called a backlink, a
hmm
link from another website that points to yours that gives it like authorization. Like, yo, we're Google, or let's say the New York Times.
hmm
Like, we fuck with this website. We're gonna send them a link back.
Yeah.
Like it's authority. In your case, those are customer reviews.
Yeah.
So the more customer reviews, the more Google says, "Oh shit, other people that
Let's,
have gone to the service are more
yeah.
willing to go
Keep put
here.
shit his way. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, let's send it. He's got fucking good ratings. Why not? Are we gonna try to push him the best result out there?"
hmm
So that's kind of like trying to connect everything. But it's been going pretty good. I think 2 weeks ago is kind of when we did all the updates, the majority of them,
Yeah.
and then slowly we've been adding. Fuck, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how in depth I should go. Some shit
Yeah.
called
You don't
like
got.
data citation, like citations, aggregation. But basically, moral of the story is we've been seeing some progress,
Yeah,
thankfully.
literally weekly. Been seeing the results, and I mean, it's getting literally better and better week by week, and also, I mean, not just by punching in numbers and shit, but also by getting more reviews on my
Yeah,
end, and then
a little bit everywhere. It's kind of
yeah,
a whole
updating the
thing.
website, pricing, just so stuff's more accurate. So when people actually do go there,
Mm-hmm.
they're actually getting legit
100%, bro.
information, and also yeah,
Yeah, 100%. Well, I guess since we're on the topic, I'm trying to obviously sell this as a service, right?
yeah.
What do you think I might be missing or I could add to the service to make it more valuable?
Mm,
Like one thing I was thinking of is I don't know if this might be overkill or you might find it valuable. You can let me know as a business owner. Let's say if you were paying for the service I was providing right now,
yeah,
would you appreciate like an end of the day screenshot or snap or something of maybe things we've done or maybe like a little key metric of, oh, you were ranking for this specific keyword because there's obviously a lot of
yeah,
keywords
yeah, of
for this
course.
specific keyword 2 weeks ago and now you're here. Like little progresses each day, so it feels like we're doing shit instead of just leaving you in the dark and be like, are these fuckers even doing anything?
Yeah,
Do you feel like that'd be beneficial or maybe a weekly one?
I
Because
say
obviously,
weekly for sure.
weekly 100%.
Yeah, I don't think daily.
The dailies maybe a
I
little
think
overkill.
people owners already have enough shit on their plate and messages coming in. They probably won't even see it,
Got you.
honestly.
Okay.
But
Okay.
also another thing would be, yeah, just I think one weekly would probably be better. And then shit, there was something else as you were talking that kind of came to my mind, but
Yeah, no
keep
worries, no
going
worries.
back to your thing.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So I'll probably do weekly. At first, I might be there more present,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they don't know me, because I'm trying to be a rapport and all that. But oh yeah, yeah, here, maybe every other day, send them the screenshots or what we've done that day, and then after that, yeah, I think it might be weekly. But I want for right now. I feel like I'm ready to launch the service as a one-time service, as in, give me, let's say, $1,000 random number.
Yeah.
I'll updo your shit, do the 20 Q&As, buy the data aggregation, do the citations, and I feel like the value of what I can do, it's maybe worth 1,000 now.
Yeah.
But my thing is, how do I get these people to, number one, be on like a monthly thing with me?
Subscription thing.
Yeah, but two, most importantly, is how do I provide the value enough to make it worth it? Because if it's not worth it, I don't even want to fucking do that shit, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to sell dog shit. That's why I feel like I might take a little longer to actually launch this.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yo, this shit, you do it, bro. Like, it's
You're
gonna
gonna
be like
see.
you're gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking tell everyone I know about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good I want to make it. Because I feel like you taught me a lot with word of mouth, bro. I feel like that's the fucking backbone of everything, you know?
Yeah.
Because word of mouth means that you're on your shit, like everything's good. Like that basically is like the ultimate like metric if you have like good word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That like the fucking work and everything you're doing is good, you know? Obviously business has a lot of components, fucking sales, marketing, all this shit that you can work on. And that's obviously what I'm kind of trying to kind of more expand on. But yeah, I wanna be like, yo, Edgar did a fucking detail. Fucking kill this is amazing. Come back. Like I want the same thing, but for me, if that
For
makes
you,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's well, at that point I feel like if you're doing like a monthly thing, a one-time thing, you were saying,
yeah.
um so you would want people to do like a monthly subscription, right? Or whatever. Or
Yeah.
maybe like do like maybe you give them like a one-time charge, maybe out for different plans. A one-time thing, $1,000,
Yeah.
whatever, say do a
Okay.
number.
The re-up.
Um and then do a package for 3 months for 2,500. So they're with you for 3 months,
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
and maybe do like a 6 month, maybe, and that's it. I would just do that. But yeah, but at that point, like for the 1 month thing, I guess maybe you would probably want to do maybe 2 updates a week. Because now I was thinking more long term.
Yeah, yeah, like I get you, I
Because
get you.
essentially in a month, you're gonna only update them 4 times. I was initially that's what I was gonna go back to is that you don't want to do it to yourself doing the daily thing, because before you know it, you'll have fucking
20 clients and have to do
20
that shit for 20
clients.
people.
Yes, exactly. You're gonna want to kill yourself after that. So yeah, you don't want to
Mm,
be updating people every single day. That takes a shit ton of time out of your
yeah,
day.
it does.
So but maybe two for the people that are doing it monthly, twice a week, and the people who are doing like the packages once a week, because
Mm.
you're with them for a longer time.
Yeah, I guess that's another constraint of mine is like packages versus the monthly service. But the thing is, like, yeah, like I do fuck with the packages and all that because I feel like, yeah, like maybe some dude doesn't want to. I feel like maybe that's a good thing,
And
bro.
advertise it as like, you want to see somewhat? I wouldn't say I wouldn't advertise like that, but like
No, I get you. Having
somewhat
tiers,
reviews. Do you want to get like the best results, tier two? Do you want to get the ultimate best results
the
for
ultimate package, and
the 6 month? And
yeah,
this you're literally gonna see like this is where you're gonna see the big difference.
mm,
Um, but
okay,
you would obviously have to offer more than just that,
yeah, 100%, yeah,
which
yeah,
would be I don't know
yeah.
potentially even some kind of marketing, more like on their social media or something like that. I don't know, maybe a fucking sign or what I've been seeing. You know how like people have like those fucking little it looks like pop sockets on the back of their phones that they advertise to get Google reviews, or like you tap it and it basically opens up a thing on it's kind of like a QR code.
Oh, the like the RFID thing.
Yeah, some shit like that. Maybe you can offer that for free to them. Like you purchase it
Oh
and
yeah,
give it
yeah,
to them.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to add so many bonuses
And
to this
like
shit where it's
and
like
like we give this to you. This will be set up next to your cash register. This is one instant thing for you to get
more
that.
reviews. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one.
This one's for your personal phone. Like you just give them like you're giving them something that you're not just
Yeah.
giving them like a fucking sheet with numbers that
Oh, 100%,
you got
100%.
to give some kind of
I've been
I would
thinking about
say
that.
yeah
I've been thinking about giving people. Well, one thing, it's kind of like a script, kind of like that text thing I sent you, where it's
mm,
like send this to your customer after.
yeah that's perfect yeah
That would be one thing, and then number two, having like build them a QR thing where they have so they can do that there too while they're there, so you don't have to
yeah
send the text. And then three, on top of that, have like a weekly check in
mm,
and be like, yo, how you doing on the reviews? Oh, I
Mm.
didn't get any this week. Oh, why not? Like,
Yeah,
and
bring it
then we'll,
down.
we'll figure out, did you not ask that many people? Like trying to figure out, trying to improve that process as well.
Mm.
I feel like, and then just kind of adding more things. So you could also do posts on your Google business profile.
Mm.
I'm not really honestly too sure how much, like if that's even going to bring anything, to be honest, but it's just another free way to post shit if you wanted to,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. So you could post like an offer on your Google profile. Be like, oh, for the month of January, we're having 20% off our details. And now if someone looks up details and
Mm.
maybe they see your Google business profile, scroll down enough, they'll see that like offer on there.
You know what? One big thing too with that we kind of ran into mine is the picture thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe you could hire or you could pay someone aside. Obviously, I'll take care of taking professional pictures of 5 items on your menu if you're doing a restaurant. Because my girl's a big thing with that. If we go to a restaurant, she doesn't care for the menu. She goes
To
like
Yelp.
yeah, she goes to Yelp or she goes like to Google and sees her menu there with pictures. See what the food looks like. She doesn't like going off just reading like, oh,
Yeah.
this is
I
the
like Yelp too.
lasagna, whatever the fuck it is. Like she wants to see a picture of it. So maybe you could offer that. Like, we'll come take pictures of the business because that's one big thing. I haven't had time to take any. So whatever's on there is just from customers' reviews.
Yeah.
So it would help the page look better. Like what it looks like from the outside, and like just offer to like put like a max on something like 5 items you sell or 5 items like on a menu. You'll take like professional pictures. Somebody will, and then you
Yeah.
have that uploaded.
I like that, but that would seem like more of a partnership with somebody that takes photos. Because for sure, I'm not
Yeah.
doing that shit. You
No,
know what I'm
no, for
saying?
sure, no.
Yeah. So basically, just learn how to make the deal sweeter. Add more shit. Figure
Yeah.
out more things. Because I think I was also maybe considering eventually like doing some Facebook ads, but that might be a little bit more expensive because
Mm.
like local SEO does like it costs me some money with this shit, but it doesn't really cost me too much. Well, Facebook ads would cost too much because you're paying Facebook to show your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But okay, yeah,
But yeah,
I got some thinking to do basically.
yeah, I would say yeah, just more of them actually seeing something other than just the number part. Because
Yeah,
the number
nah,
part,
they
going
need to
back
see
to that,
growth.
it's the hard part because people are not you're not going to get results like overnight. It's a slow process, but have them physically or see something as far as like makes their page look better, then I feel like that to them is big.
Hmm.
Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, I guess
we'll talk. Wewe'll brainstorm out after the pod because I've
for
had
sure.
some ideas that maybe, but again, here's kind of like
But yeah,
just
but
ideas.
yeah,
But
that's just some insight what
okay,
Alex has been,
beautiful. Well, thank you for bringing it up and thank you for the opportunity
of
of helping me,
course.
bro.
No, I
So
mean
yeah,
it's a
for
win-win, like
sure.
you said. You're
Oh,
helping
for
me, and
sure.
hopefully you're getting something out of it too. So
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So okay, well, I guess that kind of wraps shit up for me. I don't know if you got anything else to say, brother.
no, man, just
No.
keep working hard.
Facts. Keep if you stay this far, keep going, keep doing your thing. Reach out if you have any questions. You need us. We here right beside you working. Maybe not right physically, but we're in the space. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much. And yeah, it's been episode 45. We'll catch you in the next one.
Yep. Peace.